I am Miss Carissa Pereira and I will be teaching you all geometry. So before wasting any time, let us start with chapter number 1, Basic Concepts in Geometry. Introduction. The word geometry itself suggests the origin of the subject. It is generated from the Greek words geo means earth and metria means measuring. So it can be guessed that the subject must have evolved from the need of measuring the earth, that is land. Geometry was first developed in many nations in different periods and for different constructions. The first Greek mathematician, Thales, has gone to Egypt. It is said that he determined height of a pyramid by measuring its shadow and using properties of similar triangles. So children, let us see the basic concepts in geometry, and the first one is a point. Now, what is a point? You can see a dot made on the blank sheet. Okay, so that dot which is there, it is called as a point and it is written as point A. So point is undefined term in geometry and it is represented by a single alphabet. Next, line. Now what is a line? Line is an undefined term in geometry. We can say line is a set of points which can be extended in both directions infinitely and indicated by arrowheads. A line can be written in various forms. First, it can be written as line PQ, or it can be written as line PR, or it can be written as line RQ. Second, we can see there is a name for a line given over here. So it can be named as line M also. The next is distance between 2 points on a number line. Children, you can see a number line which is drawn on the slide. A number line has different coordinates. Coordinates means the points. A number line has a center 0 and the positive coordinates to the right side of the number line and the negative coordinates to the left side of the number line. Each coordinate is denoted by a capital alphabet. Now let us take an example. Suppose we have to find the distance between A and C. So to find the distance between A and C, we first need to see which are the coordinates of that respective point. So coordinate of point A is 1 and coordinate of point C is 3. Now the formula to find the distance between any 2 points is greater coordinate minus the smaller coordinate. So I write distance AC is equal to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. Now the greater coordinate is 3 and the smaller coordinate is 1 because 3 is greater than 1. So I write 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 units. Next, collinear and non-collinear points. Children, you all have studied collinear points and non-collinear points in your previous class. So let's just recall what are collinear points and what are non-collinear points. If there exists a line passing through three or more distinct points. So if there exists a line passing through three or more distinct points. So there exists a line which passes through more than 3 points. There are more than 3 points. Point A, point B, point C and point D. So if there exists such a line which passes through more than 3 distinct points, then those points are called collinear points. Now we can say that point A, point B, point C and point D are collinear points. Next, we can see point P, point Q, point S and point R. These points are non-collinear points. Why? Because we cannot draw a single line passing through more than 3 points. So, those points are called as non-collinear points. Children, I hope so you are able to understand. Please make a note of whatever is being shown on the slides. Next, distance and betweenness between them. Children, we can see there are 3 points on a given line. So we can see that point P, point Q and point R are 3 collinear points because a single straight line passes through 3 collinear points. So if P, Q and R are 3 collinear points and if distance PQ plus distance QR is equals to distance PR, then point Q is between P and R. So we can say that point Q lies between point P and point R. Children, now we proceed to practice exercise 1.1, which is on page number 5 of your textbook. So children, kindly open your textbook as well as your notebook and make a note of the sums which are being solved in the video. First, question number 1. Find the distance with the help of the number line given below. Children, we can see that a number line is given to us where different coordinates are also given to us of different points, and we have to find the distance between each of them. So I won't be solving all the sums. I will solve only 2 to 3 sums. Rest all of the sums are similar to the sums which I have solved. So the sums which I have not solved is a homework for you, and I want you all to solve this in your notebook itself. So first question, distance BE. So your first step will be, you have to write the coordinate of first point. Now here the first point is B. So we will look into the number line and see which are the coordinates of point B and point E. So first we will take point B. The coordinate of point B is 2. So I write the coordinate of point B is 2 and the coordinate of point E is 5. Now I will compare the coordinates of B and E, 2 and 5. So I can say that 5 is greater than 2. Okay, so the formula to find the distance between B and E is greater coordinate minus the smaller coordinate. So here the greater coordinate is 5. So, and the smaller coordinate is 2. So, I write that as 5 minus 2, which is equals to 3 units. So, I get the distance BE as 2 units. Similarly, in the same manner, we are going to do the second sum, distance J and A. Okay, now we will find the distance between J and A. So, our first step remains the same. We will first write the coordinate of point J. So, if you see the coordinate of point J, it is -2. So, it is written over here, the coordinate of point J is -2. And we will see what is the coordinate of point A. The coordinate of point A is 1. So, next step, we are going to compare the given two numbers, -2 and +1. Now, whenever we get a negative and a positive number, the positive number is always greater than the negative number. So, I can say that 1 is positive, so 1 is greater than -2. So, distance between J and A is equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate, which is equals to, your greater coordinate is 1 minus, so I write the minus sign, the smaller coordinate is -2. So, this -2 I will put in a bracket. So, 1 minus of -2. Now, since there are two signs coming together, I put the second sign in a bracket along with the number. So, 1 minus and the -2 is being put up in a bracket since there are two negative signs coming together. Now, minus and minus gives us plus. So, 1 plus 2, which is equals to 3 units. So, we get distance J comma A is equals to 3 units. Children, now let us see the fourth sum. Distance between J and H. To find the distance between J and H, we will first see the coordinate of J. So, the coordinate of J is -2 and the coordinate of point H is -1. So, we first write the coordinate of point J as -2 and coordinate of point H as -1. Now, if we compare -2 and -1, we can see that both the numbers are negative. So, -2 and -1. When two numbers are negative, okay, this number which is close to 0 is always greater than the next number. Okay, so if I see -1 and -2, my -1 is close to 0, so -1 is greater than -2. So I write -1 is greater than -2. Now the formula is greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So the greater coordinate over here is -1. So -1 minus, so I write the minus sign as it is. Smaller coordinate is -2. So I write -2 in bracket because there are two negative signs which comes together. So when two signs come together, we write the sign which is along with the number in a bracket. So -1 minus of -2. Now there are two negatives. So we know when the two negative makes a positive. So my -1 will remain as it is and this minus becomes positive, that is plus. So I write minus as +2. So -1 and +2. Now again there are two signs. One is negative, the other one is positive. Minus and plus. We all know minus and plus is equals to minus. So I subtract -1 from 2. So I subtract this. So 2 minus 1, which is equals to 1. When we subtract, we know that we always subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Here from -1 and +2, 2 is positive. So 2 is greater than 1. So I subtract this 1 from 2. So that is equals to 1 unit. So I write distance GH is equals to 1 unit. Next, children, the sums which I have not done is for your homework. So I request you to solve the sums which are not being done by me. Question number 2. If the coordinate of A is x. Now here they have given you the coordinate of A as x and the coordinate of B is y. Okay, so my A is x. So wherever there is A, it means it is my x, and wherever there is B, it means it is my y. Find distance between AB. So you have to find distance between AB where they have given you different values for x and y. So if I see the first sum, the value for x is 1 and the value for y is 7. So it is same like the first question which we have seen, only the difference is here they have given us in place of A as x and in place of B as y. So now let us solve. So first thing what we are going to do, we are going to write the coordinate of point A. Now my x is A and my y is B. So first in place of x I will write the coordinate of A is 1 and the coordinate of my B is 7 because B is y. So 1 and 7, if we compare both the numbers, we know that 7 is greater than 1. So again the same formula, distance between AB is equals to greater coordinate minus the smaller coordinate, where greater coordinate is 7 and the smaller coordinate is 1. So you subtract 1 from 7, which is equals to 6. So I write the final answer, distance AB is equals to 6 units. Next, second sum, x is 6 and y is -2. Now in this question, again we know the coordinate of A is x and the coordinate of B is y. So first we will write the statement, the coordinate of point A is 6 and the coordinate of point B is -2. Now we compare 6 and -2. We know that the positive number is always greater than the negative number. So 6 is greater than 2. So I write the formula for distance between AB is equals to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate, which is equals to greater coordinate is 6 minus the smaller coordinate is -2. So I write the -2 in bracket because there are two negative signs coming together. So minus and minus. 6 minus of -2. So minus minus gives us plus. So that means 6 plus 2 is equals to 8. So distance between AB is equals to 8 units. So children, sub question 3, 4, 5 and 6 of question number 2 is for your homework. Okay, so I request you all to do your homework. Now we proceed further to question number 3. From the information given below, find which of the point is between the other two if the points are not collinear. And state so. State so means you have to state why it is so, whether they are collinear points or whether they are non-collinear points. Okay, and what is the question? You have to state which of the point is between the other two. Okay, so first one we see they have given us the value for three distances. First is distance PR, then is distance PQ, and then is distance QR. So let us see the first sum. Okay, so distance PR is equals to 7, then distance PQ is equals to 10, and distance QR is equals to 3. Now, first thing, we have to see which is the greater distance among the given three distances. Okay, that is the largest side. So if you see which is the largest number, 10 is the largest number. So that means distance PQ is the greatest side. So I write distance PQ is equals to 10. I write the reason, that is the largest side, and I write that as equation 1. Now, I have already written distance PQ. Now, whichever two distances are left, I am going to add those two distances. That is distance PR and distance QR. Okay, so let us add it. Distance PR plus distance QR is equals to PR is 7 and distance QR is 3. I write the reason. The sum of two sides, 7 plus 3 is equals to 10. So I get the sum of the two distances as 10. Now, this is my equation 2. Okay, what did I do? I saw which is the greatest number among the given three numbers. So 10 is the greatest. So I write distance PQ is equals to 10. And the remaining two sides which were there, the remaining two distances which were there, I have added those two distances. So whenever I add those two distances, the sum which I got is equals to 10. So that is my equation 2. Now I compare equation 1 and 2. So comparing equation 1 and 2, you can see equation 1 is 10 and equation 2 also got 10. That means distance PQ is equals to distance PR plus distance QR. Why they are equal? Because the sum of distance PR and QR and distance PQ is same. So since the answer 10 is equal, I can say that distance PQ is equals to the sum of distance PR and distance QR. So since they are equal, I say that point P, point Q and point R are collinear points. Okay, point P, point Q and point R are collinear points. Now, I have to say which point lies between the other two points. Now, to see that, we will see the last equation which we got. That means distance PQ. Now, distance PQ is equals to, now distance PQ means that is my entire distance PQ, okay, is equals to distance PR plus distance QR. That means you can see R and R. That means R is the midpoint of PQ. So, that means I say that point R lies between point P and point Q. So I write that as P dash R dash Q. It means that point R lies between P and Q. So this distance, the greater distance will be the distance outside, and the common point which is over here, that will lie in between the two points. Next, second question. Distance RF is 8. Distance ST is 6 and distance RT is 4. Again same, I have to find which point lies between the other 2 points, okay, and I have to state whether they are collinear or not. So first I see which is the largest side. RS is the largest side because it has 8. Okay, now I add the remaining 2 distances, that is distance ST plus distance RT, which is equals to 6 plus 4. The reason is same, sum of the other 2 sides, other 2 distances. So the sum is equals to 10. That is equation 2. Now you are going to compare your equation 1 and equation 2. Now equation 1 you get the answer as 8 and in equation 2 you get the answer as 10. So if you see 8 and 10, they are not equal. We cannot say that they are equal. So I write distance RS is not equal to distance ST plus RT from 1 and 2. Now since they are not equal, I will say that the points are non-collinear points. Okay, the point, that is point R, point S and point T are non-collinear point. Now since they are non-collinear point, there does not exist the relation of betweenness between the given points. Next, children, the remaining sums you have to do for your homework from question number 3. Now we proceed further to question number 4. On the number line ABC, on the number line point A, B and C are such that distance AC is 10, distance CB is 8. Find distance AB considering all possibilities. Now here they have asked us to find distance AB where they have given us only 2 distances. One is distance between AC and the other one is distance between CB. And you have to find distance between AB. So you have to consider all the 3 possibilities. So let us see the first possibility. Now in first possibility, we assume that, okay, now they have given us on a number line point A, B and C. There are 3 points. So I consider point B lies between A and C. That is my first condition. Okay, my first case is B lies between A and C. So I write A dash B dash C. Okay, now so I can say that distance AC is equals to distance AB plus distance BC. Okay, now distance AC is given as 10. So in place of distance AC, I will write the value of distance AC as 10. We don't know what is the value for distance AB, so that remains as it is. And the value for distance CB, now here it is BC and here it is CB, it is one and the same. Okay, so that is equals to 8. So I will just substitute the value. Okay, you can see I have substituted the value for AC as 10, for distance AB remains as it is, and for distance BC I have written 8. Now I shift this 8 on other side. Now here it is positive, so when I shift it on other side, positive gets converted into negative. So 10 minus 8 is equals to distance AB. So that is equals to 2 units. So distance AB is 2 units. Okay, this is my first condition when B lies between A and C. Now I will go to the next condition where I will say that C lies between A and B. Okay, first I took B between A and C. Now I take C between A and B. Okay, so now I write distance AB is equals to distance AC plus distance CB. So again I am going to substitute the value We don't know the value for AB, so that remains as it is. AC is 10 and distance CB is 8. So I substitute the value. So that is 10 plus 8, which is equals to 18 units. And the last condition, I will take point A in between B and C. Okay, so I write that as B dash A dash C. So now again I can say that distance BC is equals to distance BA plus distance AC. So distance BC is given to us as 8. So in place of BC I write as 8. Distance AB remains the same and distance AC is equals to 10. Now 8 is equals to distance AB plus 10. Now we can see that 10 is greater than 8. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to shift this 10 only on the other side. I cannot shift this 8 on this side. If I shift this 8 near 10, then I have to shift this distance AB in place of 8. Okay, so instead of shifting distance AB in place of 8, I will shift 10 only in place of 8. So I bring this 10 in place of 8. So that becomes 8 minus 10. Positive becomes negative. Okay, so distance AB is equals to 8 minus 10. Now we know that 10 is greater and 8 is smaller, but 10 has a negative sign. Okay, so and 8 has a positive sign. So plus minus gives us minus. So from 10 we subtract 8, that is 2. But since we know 10 is greater, we always take a greater number sign for the answer. So my answer will be negative 2, since 10 has a negative sign and 10 is greater than 8. So the answer is negative 2. Now children, we have solved all the 3 cases over here. But in third case, we see that we get the answer as negative. Okay, but distance cannot be a negative. Okay, distance between any 2 points cannot be negative. So we can say that the third case, that is A lies between B and C, is not possible. Okay, but distance between 2 points cannot be negative. Hence, B dash A dash C is not possible. So we write the answers for distance AB. So distance AB is equals to 2 units, or either it can be 18 units. Next, question number 6. Sketch proper figure and write the answers of the following questions. First, A dash B dash C. Now A dash B dash C means what? B lies between A and C. Okay, we can say that B lies between A and C. So I have drawn a figure over here. B lies between A and C. Now along the figure, I have to write the answers by solving the given question. So if B lies between A and C, distance AC, now here instead of distance they have given us length. So if they have given us length, we have to use L itself. We have to use length itself. Okay. So since they have given us length, that is denoted by L, I write that as L only. Okay. So this length AC is equals to length AB plus length BC. Now we know the value for AC as 11 and BC is 6.5. We don't know what is the value for AB. So I substitute the values. Okay. So 11 is equals to length AB plus 6.5. So 11. Now this 6.5 I shift on the other side. So that becomes 11 minus 6.5, which is equals to 4.5 units. So the length AB is 4.5 units. Next, second sum. If S lies between R and T, so I have drawn a line and I have shown S lies between R and T, where ST is 3.7, length RS is 2.5, then find length RT. In a similar way, we write length RT is equals to length RS plus length ST. Next, substituting the values. Okay. So the value for RS is 2.5 and the value for ST is 3.7. So that is equals to, you add, you get the answer 6.2 units. Children, the third sum you all have to do for homework. Let's see the last question for the exercise. Which figure is formed by three non-collinear points? Now you can see, children, I have drawn three non-collinear points, point A, point B and point C. I have taken 3 points anyway I have taken, okay? And the question is, which figure is formed by joining three non-collinear points. Now what I am going to do, I am going to join all the 3 non-collinear points with the help of a ruler. So I have joined AB, I have joined BC and I have joined AC. So which is the figure which has been obtained? It is a triangle. Okay. So by joining 3 non-collinear points, a triangle is been formed. Children, I hope so you all have understood the exercise. Okay. Now I have given you a homework. Okay. Whichever sums are not being done in the video, I am requesting you to solve the sums in your notebook itself. You have to maintain a 200 pages long single line notebook, and you have to copy down the sums also which I have already shown to you in the video. Okay, and along with that you have to complete the homework. Thank you.